Alright, we're asked to factor this polynomial completely. Always the first step when you're asked to factor completely is to see if you can factor anything out that's the greatest common factor. In each of these terms can be divided by 3w. So we're going to pull out a 3w or factor out a 3w. What we get from the first term after we factor out a 3w is w squared. From the second term, what we get is 121 with no w's. We factored out the only w it had. Now we look at the remaining polynomial after we factor out the greatest common factor and ask if we can factor that. Since there's only two terms here, the only methods that we would have to factor this are the difference of cubes or the difference of squares. When we look at this, and again, what I'm going to use is the difference of squares because we have this w squared minus 121. Or another way of thinking about that is w squared minus 11 squared. And then we apply the difference of squares. The difference of squares property says a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. In this case, the a is a w and the b is 11. And so we'll do that in each of these cases. What that gives us is this final factored form of 3w, and then the factored version of this w squared minus 121, which is w plus 11 and w minus 11. This right here is the completely factored form of that expression.